this again, guys. I promise you. Take note of everywhere I've put my purple but yellow circle, right? This high created this low. This low created this high. But then this high refused to go above this high. And this is where I have the confirmation that I'm in a downtrend. But then this high created this low. And this low created this high, which refused to go above this high. So everywhere, every high that created a low, I'm gonna label it with a black line. And every low that created a high, I'm gonna label it with a red line. I'm gonna make it as simple as possible for everybody to see exactly what I mean. If you don't understand from this, then I think it would be hard for me to actually explain it again, right? So this black line right here, from this top, we created this low. And from this low, we created this top. From this top, we created that low. Where did the break of market structure happen? Here.
Yeah.
Right? From this low, we created this high. Where did the break of market structure happen? Here.
Just there, yeah.
From this high, we
Okay,
created
I
this
get it.
low. So where did the break of market structure happen?
Just there, yeah.
So why do you want it to be here?
Sorry. Yeah.
Right? So in
Yeah.
this case, you already have your break of market structure. That is when I said to you for entries, now pull your fib from the top to the bottom. Everywhere above the 50%, start looking for institutional candlesticks.
Got it. Yeah.
So in the hourly time frame, you can see that there is some sort of imbalance around here. So this is your point of interest one. If I look around here, you can see I have an institutional candlestick that sits here. Point of interest two. If I look here, there
Did
is
you
a,
say you also have liquidity up there, or has that been taken?
we'll come there. I'm just marking all the zones.
Okay.
What's happened to my, sorry. Right? So we have the potential price reversing one, two, three. Now we're going to scale in a particular time frame. Who is giving me that feedback?
Francis, are you recording?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Who's giving me the feedback? Now we're going to scale in on 2022. So for our third point of interest, it's still intact on the smaller time frame. Our second point of interest goes here. Right? You're saying this was a relatively equal high, right? It is. This is an institutional candidate trading hand, right? So we still have our three point of interest clear. This one I rule out. This is unlikely for me to take because I have this.
Exactly. Yeah.
But this one I am happy to actually take it if I get a reaction. And the reason is this. This liquidity has already been patched.
Yeah.
So if price come here and I get clean entry, this how my setup is gonna look like. And I'm gonna leave my stop loss here because this is the institutional move that actually took liquidity. So there is a potency that could actually come back there. My first TP down here. And my next reaction will be up here with my stop loss right there. And even that, I'll take the high out because it's sort of equal highs right there, which means that even my second point of entry, I don't like it. So I'm only going to stick with my first point of entry right here. If I pull the fib, now you can see where this is actually lining up, which level is lining up, almost around the 61% area. And we don't know if the break of structure has already completed. Does that answer the question? Do we now know when there is a break of market structure?
Yeah, for a sell, yes. Can you do one for a buy? But before you do, Francis, you just said you don't know whether the break of market structure has just completed.
You will only know when the same scenario happens in the opposite way. So this, you want to see this. This is your break of structure. Once you see this, it means that the sell break of structure has finished. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah? For buy break of
You know, because my brain works in a different way. You see how you do those? Yes. Can you do the same thing? I can register it.
so if this is how your brain works every time, make sure I see this on your chart. If I don't, I won't look at it.
Okay.
Who's that? Antonio, right?
Yes, Francis.
Oh my God, it shouldn't be you.
Yeah, Francis. I'll explain later.
Right? So this is the first break of structure you had. This top created this low, right? This low created this top. This is second break of structure. Price should have reversed inside this length right here. Why? Because this low, for me to maintain a sell, this low right here shouldn't create a price action that goes above this high. Are we clear?
Yeah.
Immediately that I see price go above here, I'm going to change the color into blue. Immediately we see price go above that area. This is when you know that now price action has changed into the buy zone. So now any retracement you get, you're going to buy. The reason why we did not get a big retracement around this area was because of this reaccumulation that happened. Because of this reaccumulation that happened. So I want to clearly show you exactly what I mean by reaccumulation. So we had the buy climax here. Automatic reaction there. We created a sell climax here. Guys, if you really want to trade smart money and Wyckoff, you need to learn this stuff. It does some special things that if you know them, it becomes a lot more better for you. So everywhere here was my support area. For reaccumulation, I didn't expect price to go below this area. So here will be where I'll be looking for my entries. If I go on a 15 minutes time frame, you see how we we managed to actually snag that area. What am I looking at? You see that? We see how fine that entry was. Because we understand that this was a reaccumulation schematic. This was a creek. Nana don't like to hear this, but yeah, it was the creek. We creaked straight to the imbalance. We filled it and look at that. Boom, it left. This is the reason why price did not come down, but then you can clearly see that because we have the break of market structure here, and you can see that this was actually accumulation, sell climax, ST, spring. Boom, we gone. Reaccumulation, test, reaccumulation. We came back and we go. See, where did the break of market structure happen? Here, right here. There. We broke the structure here. What was the retracement? Pull your fib from there to here. Everywhere below the 50% entry. Right? What happened here? Is it not accumulation? Is it not accumulation we had, guys?
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Yes.
Right? Sell climax, ST, spring. Break of market structure happened where? Here. Oh, God. This was the low that created this high. This was the high that created this low. Now we went above that high, and look where price came. I haven't looked at NZD, US, AUD, NZD, but look at that. Fill the imbalance, and what happened? Boom, we left. Another one, where was the break of market structure? This was the high that created this low. So if I pull my fib from here, is it not around the 61%? Below the 50%. Now let's look exactly where it reversed. We now have a liquidity sitting right here. You know all these things, guys, but I don't know, sometimes you want me to go over it. You know, liquidity sitting right here, right? Immediately we came straight down into an area of imbalance. Inefficiency in price action around this area. If we go on a higher time frame, you see better.
Do you know where you were, Francis?
Yeah.
You'd have to go back. Just a minute ago.
Yeah, I was around here.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so you see where you said it came and took out the liquidity and went back up again?
Yeah.
But would you have thoughts, because sometimes in my brain, I would have maybe looked on this and thought, okay, maybe it's going to go back down then into a downward trend because it was lower.
It was lower, remember?
Not lower than that one, but it looked like it was going to start to, how do you know that it's not going to go into a downward trend and it's just going
The
to
reason
go?
why I know it wasn't going to go into downward trend is because this high created this low, and I've just had the break of structure of that high.
Okay. So it wouldn't change so quick.
Yes, until I break this low, it's still a buy.
Okay. Okay. So I just need to
Even
wait.
if there is an imbalance below, right?
What?
Even if there is an imbalance below, so
Even if there
until
is
you've
an
broken
imbalance
the
below,
yeah, if so until you've broken the market structure lower, it's
until
no.
I've broken this structure right here, I am still in a buy.
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay.
That's key
So
info
just,
actually.
so it's just about having patience then to wait to see and
That's
not
it.
going too
This
early.
break of structure that I had here is a sell to buy break of structure. This is what sometimes I do most of the time, especially if I have a harmonic pattern and it gives me this sell to buy, and I see the structure right here creating high. I know that my harmonic pattern is just a sell to buy. So that sell that is happening from the C leg to the D leg, I'm just going to wait and then buy the D.
Yeah, mind you, this is at least waiting almost a week to see until it starts going, you know,
Even if you
in
have
the
to wait
direction
for a
you,
month, you still have to
yeah.
because it's worth it.
Okay. I think some of us are not used to that kind of patience as we're used to, you know, TPs hitting within an hour or two or the same day or maybe the next day even.
That's how
But
we, that's how
yeah,
we were programmed in AFA. So we all think if we don't get TP in a day, it means that we didn't do good at trading. Sometimes my
yeah,
Mac
exactly
my
that.
Mac apps that I post are hitting TPs 2 weeks, 3 weeks after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see people coming to me and asking me, Francis, are you still in this trade? I say to them, yes, I am. It hasn't hit my stop loss.
Okay. Great.
So,
Until
so
my
Francis, you always
stop loss, I'm
Francis,
still in the
do you
trade.
always have a stop loss?
I always have it.
Okay. Because I've noticed like some people I just really assume or I just believe they don't have a stop loss.
Oh, it's their own type of business.
Okay.
For a fact, I wouldn't trade without a stop loss. I can't do that. I'd rather want price to hit my 10 pip stop loss rather than leave my trade to be.
Okay.
Hit my 10 pip stop loss, enter again, hit my 10 pip stop loss, enter again until I get 100 pips TP. All the stop loss that I hit is no more, it's no more valuable. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
So
Because
guys,
you've already made that back basically
yes,
and more.
it's really down to you. It's really, really up to you. This was some of the examples that Nana was talking about, that when prices around your zone and it don't come really there, it don't really come closer. Look at that imbalance right here. Price did not really come to touch it. And you see this, why don't you just do a market execution? This was one of the things he was talking about earlier in the Zoom. We've swept liquidity, price is coming around your zone. You didn't get price action exactly there. Why don't you do market execution? If you pull your fib, you see that you were at a premium zone. 61%. Bye. The next break of market structure happened here. This high created this low. So until price breaks below this low, I'm still a buyer. You see, we're still inside that area.
Okay, okay,
That is
okay.
such a vital information for me today. Light bulb is just went up with that info you've just said, Francis.
Yeah.
You see, we're still in that area. So even this sell that is happening right now is only selling to come around this area. Everywhere I see an imbalance around this area is a key area for me to start looking for a long-term buy.
So
Right?
you wouldn't go in it on a sell at all. You because it's still the trend is still going
If I am
up,
selling,
you would
I
just
am only
wait
selling the retracement into this area. And you can see that
into
already
that.
we've touched it. We've touched one of the point of interest, right? Look at that.
Okay.
And look at the price action we had. Immediately we touched that point of interest. Let's go on a smaller time frame and scale him. Can you see the break of market structure? Can we see?
Yeah.
Zoom out, please, Francis. Let me just see that on no, zoom out, please, Francis. Thank you.
Let's go
Now
on
move the screen to the right. So if you was in that cell and instead of it breaking market structure, it became an equal bottom just there, what would you have done then?
If it became an equal bottom right here, I
No,
would
not
work
there, not there.
here
Up, you see
and
where your line is a little bit further up? Go
here.
up. Yes. So if it became an equal bottom there, what would you do? Because you're already in the trade, what would you do then?
What do you
Would you
mean?
wait for it to come back down,
What do
or
you
would
mean?
you
Yeah,
wait
because
for
you're
it
back
to
at
go
your
back?
entry.
No, where he entered,
Hmm.
Where I
where
entered
he entered
what?
was 10.108.664, right?
Where I entered what?
108,664. Okay.
This is a retracement cell, yeah? So where
Where
you,
as in
yeah.
if I enter from here and there is equal low here.
Mm-hmm.
No, that don't make sense because already we've broken the structure, so I wouldn't even see equal low here.
But you wouldn't know that. You would be sitting in the trade and you would expect it to break the market structure, but you wouldn't know if it was going to break structure, would you? You would wait.
Of
So
course,
this has happened to me this week, right? This is why I'm asking you that, because I was in a trade expecting it to break the structure and it didn't. It went to an equal low and then it then bounced back up and went in the opposite direction. Then I had to wait some more. So I'm asking you, if that is the situation, what would you do? In this case, what you're showing us here, it has broken structure and it's gone down to where you expect it to go to. But if that wasn't the case, what would you have done then?
you don't take the trade.
But you're already in the trade, Francis.
So close it.
Okay.
Because if you
Okay.
close it, you still would have made some profit.
You would have, but I
Yeah.
was wondering if you
Convinced
would.
nothing from Nicola. The way
Say
she said,
again.
the way she said, okay, it's not convincing.
Let's close it. Guys, your trade is how you make it. I always tell people, don't turn your winning trade into a losing trade.
But that's when you move your stop loss to at least keep
Even
some of
if
your profit.
I can close my trade with 10 pounds, right? Or 10p, I'm still happy that I didn't hit my stop loss.
Yeah, okay.
For you to be a good trader, you need to appreciate this. That when my trade gives me 1p profit, I'm still happy. But if you become that type of trader, yes, it has triggered. Now I'm just going to wait for my TP. Then you'll always hit your stop loss. And you'd be crying, oh, my trade was in profit, but then it came back to hit my stop loss. You'd always be crying.
Francis, how many trades ideally would you say should you really take, because
Per week.
as it takes yeah, per week. So as it takes so long for target to be hit, and sometimes the retracement can be quite a deep drawdown. Yeah.
Per week, I would say three trades, you're done.
3 long-term trades.
It don't matter long term or short term. Three trades, you're done.
Okay.
It took me a long time to learn this hard lesson. Nana said
Yeah,
it so many
me
times.
too. And I'm still learning it.
Nana was like,
Blown on my account again.
too many trades. You're taking too many trades. It took me a
Yeah,
long time before I got there.
that's my problem issue as well.
3 trades in a week, it's good enough, guys. Assuming you hit 1 stop loss and you hit 2 TPs, with the risk to reward that I teach, guys, you're done.
So you're looking at ones with a potential of quite a good amount of pips.
No, it's not
The
about
long
pips, it's about the percentage increase or percentage gain.
Okay.
So if I'm taking 1 to 3, 1 to 3, 1 to 3, 3 times in a week, it means that overall I'm looking at 9% gain, right? And overall I'm looking at 3% loss. Does that make sense? So assuming these three trades, I win one of them and I lose 2 of them, I have still made 1% gain for the whole week.
Yeah, makes
Is that
sense.
not good?
Yeah.
Is that not better than going a week losing your money?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And you don't want to spend all your time just on the charts, and we haven't got the time to spend
Thank you.
like that on the charts, going into different pairs every single day.
And that's what people do.
Too time consuming, and it's actually tiring.
They want to look at Euro AUD, they want to look at Euro GBP, they want to look at gold, they want to look at DAX, they want to look at everything. And by the time the week goes to an end, they're sitting in minus, in drawdown. They'll message me, Francis, I think I'm doing something wrong. You're not doing something wrong. You're overloading your account and you're getting yourself punished. You're not doing anything wrong in terms of trading. But what you're doing wrong is you're overloading your account. You're over trading. An overtrader can never, never, ever be profitable.
Okay, so let me say this. It's quality over quantity, right? There are some pairs, like AUD USD, NZD USD, right? They are not erratic pairs. They move like steadily and then slowly compared to gold, right? I posted a markup somewhere this week, and then gold was always use the wick to take you out.
Yeah.
And then gold wicked me out a few pips and then went straight into my direction, right? So in the future, if I've got 2 setups, AUD and then gold, AUD NZD or NZD USD and then gold, and I've got 2 setups, right? I know for a fact from experience that, I can tame AUD NZD. I'm not saying tame as in, whatever is going to happen on the market. But I know it might not wake me out. But I know for a fact that gold will wake me out. So then, in that case, I would go for gold. Because if I believe they are all high probability setups at that same level, but right, I'm sort of confused as to which one to go with. I know, listen, gold will wake me out. It's waked me out so many times. You can give me all the money in gold, but I'd rather take someone where my stop loss will be safe than you wake me up a few pips and then go to my TP. That'll make me mad. So I don't know if that would help. It's about knowing which pairs that would really move and then which pairs that moves steadily.
Yeah, the ones that are worth it.
Exactly. And also, if you find so many trades, if you find good setup in so many trades, listen, put your confirmation list down. Imbalance, take. Price action, take. Break of market structure, take. Okay, premium and discount zone, take. You get 4 ticks here, confirmation, and you get 2 or 3 ticks here. Go with the one that you have the highest confirmation and then leave the other one.
Makes sense.
I was talking to somebody last night, right? We had a really good conversation. Like, we spoke about so many things I don't know what to talk about. And then he or she went, "Oh, how's your trading been week?" And I said, "Oh, it's been okay. It was bare lots of pips, but I didn't take all." Why didn't I take all? Because some of them I just couldn't be bothered. The ones that I knew, I could sort of tame them or add more confirmation. I stuck to those, and the rest I didn't bother. But then reviewing it, most of them banned. I sent Francis some charts like privately. I sent him so many. It wasn't that I took all the trades, but there were things I was seeing on the market that I was expecting to play out, but I didn't take all of them. So it's quality over quantity.
I hope this helped, guys.
Yes, it definitely does. It really does.
Sweet. Sweet. So we can clearly already we have a setup on AUD NZD. That is if a point of interest holds. The reason is this high created this low, and we're still within it. We're still within that high that created the low. We did not come back to that premium area. So now your fib, if you pull your fib, is going to be from here to up there. You can see that we are within the premium area. So we have the potential of actually taking a buy from there. And clearly we saw a nice reaction right there, a break of market structure right there. So now this is when we are able to enter with even smaller risk. And this trade will be 1 to 25. If you get this to play out, 1 to 25, you're done. You're done for the week.
This was the chart I sent to you, Francis. That last one yesterday.
That last one you sent to me.
Yeah,
Let's have a look. I think
yesterday. But I mean, I sent it, deleted it.
and then I said that it was a
Trying
waiting game.
was doing.
Said it was a waiting game, didn't I?
Yeah. That one.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right, but your TP is way unreasonable.
Yeah, I know. I would never even be up to that anyway. But like,
Right, so you've been able to actually get the right trade. So what's difficult? What's the problem right now?
because you saw, I deleted that message like 3 times. I felt like I
Now looking at this, I know that your trade was spot on. Are we happy, guys?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
We're not going to be making them petty mistakes anymore.
Yeah. Please, are we able to go? Are we able to address the question that I asked?
What question did you ask?
The one that Nana asked me to put on the platform for the cheat sheet.
We'll talk about that later on a different zone because
Okay.
I haven't seen that cheat sheet myself.
Okay, I've reposted it though. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll have a look at it and then we'll discuss that. I hope that makes sense, guys.
Yeah, Francis, it does make sense, but you know what? Please don't chastise me for this.
I will.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Go ahead.
To be honest, I deleted the message like 2-3 times.
Yeah.
Because my head wasn't registering why I was doing what I was doing.
So you marked up, but then you were not happy with your own trade.
It just wasn't registering. I mean, I was marking it up. I was marking the point of interest there at that point. Maybe I just need to sleep. I don't know.
If you're not happy with your own markup, then don't trade it. Just sit down and watch.
I was planning on watching it.
Yeah. So let's see how it plays out. Yeah.
Why don't you put it in demo? Demo is free.
Yeah. I mean, not live. I don't trade these things. Yeah.
Okay, and then Francis, go on the daily time frame for me, please. Perfect. So for me, I believe this is also a harmonic pattern. I'm not sure, but I believe it's a harmonic pattern where we're currently looking at. So from I don't know, that one Francis would have to confirm. But if you look at this, you can see we're getting a reaction of that daily candlestick, right?
This is another block.
Yeah, we getting a reaction of that daily candlestick. So for me, it is fine. It is fine. Francis, is that a harmonics or not?
Well, I was looking at this for a C leg of a shark. Let me see at the 1.13 level. Let me see that.
This one has confused me.
1.13 level. So the C leg of the shark, that's where I'm taking this from. So we could potentially be taking this trade all the way to the 88.6 area. So we could be going up here to create a C leg for a bad pattern.
Francis, if you take from that green zone.
Nana, you're looking at this, right?
No, that's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at something different. So you see where you've marked your candle, your other block, the beginning of that other block.
Yeah.
No. Left, extreme left. Where we get, yeah. So take it from there to the top. Is that a harmonic pattern?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, so that's what I'm looking at, and then I'm looking to take that buy upwards to the probably the 61 point whatever. Yeah, this is what I'm looking at.
But you're right. Yeah, you're right.
I don't understand what has happened. What? Don't what?
So we have less than a minute on the call, guys. Thank you all for being on the call. The rest of them, we can discuss it.
Just before you go, Francis, real quick, is there a chance you could do this training with the account where it hasn't played out yet? Do you have that feature where you can play it forward and review